And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and I almost felt the urge to do what's his name used to do. Good morning, boys and girls.
You got on long sleeves like you.
That's true.
Yeah. You
no
just
tattoos.
Need to tie your shoes on.
That's right. Little slippers. But you know, that really worked for him for umpteen dozen years, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
We do hope your morning is going well. It is 67 as we climb for a high of 90. What's the day, Odie?
It is hump day. We made it again.
Yes, we did.
Man.
So glad that you're a part of it. We mentioned earlier, if you watched the first broadcast, that there is severe weather forecasted in northern Mississippi, that northwest corner of the Delta area today. So keep that in mind with what you're doing, that is happening there. We've got Hickory joining us. Pim, Pat, and Jim Coker. Thank y'all so much.
Arundel, Center Hill. Man.
From all over the place there.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing quite well there watching us, and we appreciate that, each and every one of you that join us every day.
Oh, we couldn't do it without you and wouldn't want to.
That's right.
Man, it's a blessing to come and sit down and do this every day with you.
We brought up the 3rd of June, of course, Ode to Billy Joe, that was mentioned a moment ago.
Yeah.
And then I brought up what happened on the 6th of June, and it was by the dark of the moon on the 6th of June. Kenworth hauling logs with I forgot the next word, but y'all remember convoy.
Convoy. There's old Floyd.
Sure did love that. What's Floyd doing this morning?
He said he's hearing. He's probably not doing anything. Wendy's probably trying to kick him out of the house for a little while.
Go to work.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a little incident earlier this morning. Let me show you this on the map here. This will be on I-20 coming into Meridian westbound around mile marker 157 there at the East Adams Road. A car overturned this morning. Fortunately, Odie, no one was injured with this. Meridian Fire Department got there along with several guys and gals from the Meridian Police Department. Everybody was okay. That is good news there as we report that. Now, a fire this morning, I think this happened a little after 4 o'clock, if I remember right. Michael Ted had to get out of bed. I heard him rolling. The fire trucks arrived at the old Witherspoon School. It would be a structure fire there on the 2nd floor of the old school.
Man.
Now, we can only assume that this was probably started by, homeless. That's what we'll guess on that. The fire was put out, no injuries reported, and everyone was out of the building. But scary thing going into a dark building like that on fire. They did get it taken care of early this morning. That's a good thing there.
And it wasn't. I mean, it could have gotten bad, but they were pretty quick on the draw.
We had several people killed yesterday. Iowa, as tornadoes ripped through that area.
Man, that was devastating, and just to watch, it was just.
As we look at a few of these pictures, Daily Mail posted these. Here's a few of the pictures of the devastation that occurred there. Look at that. Here's another view. Tornadoes don't pick and choose homes. It just comes down.
Well, those you see in the background, nothing.
That will hurt you.
Yes, and that right there is why Scotty Ray is always telling you, who cares what you look like when you're laying in bed?
Yeah.
As long as you have on some hard sole shoes and a hat, football helmet, or something, because you've got to protect your noggin there. And if you have to get up and walk out of there, look at the nails that are sticking up around these places.
That right there is why you wear those hard sole shoes.
You got that.
All through your feet. So we don't want you to be hurt. And again, we pray for Iowa as these folks lost everything they had. They ain't
we
nothing
just
there.
had, Melanie said, my daughter lives in Iowa, and she said it was scary. So prayers for your daughter. Man.
We feel for y'all so much there as this happens, so many of us. Let's see what else is going on. This would be, of all the items I've ever heard of, and this has nothing to do with what's supposed to happen tomorrow, but whoever owned it is putting it up for auction. Who doesn't like Elvis Presley? It's still
Everybody.
as big as he was when he was alive.
Yeah.
His Bible is going up for auction, Odie, that was on the bed when he passed away. Now, who in the family could have parted with that? And that may have been given to somebody in the band and
Maybe
through the years.
Maybe so. Now, I did see a report yesterday where the granddaughter has really gotten involved with this, saying, my mama did not borrow any money. They have gotten the paperwork where this loan had originated. The what do you call it when you go sign by the names they stamp it?
Notary.
Notary. The lady's notary, the name and all that stuff, they've gotten an affidavit from her. She said that she never met Lisa Marie. She never signed that piece of paper, and that is not her signature or stamp on that.
But there's no way then they'll do this. It just doesn't seem that someone is. I don't doubt that she borrowed money from people, but from you would think she would go to a bank. You wouldn't go to a third party.
No.
Now, Guido, write down.
But I can see it. You need money. What do you have for collateral?
Call J.G. Wentworth.
Graceland. Yeah, how much do you want?
Yeah, you don't put Graceland up for grabs.
And she didn't need no money.
No. But with the lady saying that she is the notary saying she didn't do it, this case falls apart.
Oh, it totally does.
Here's a picture of the Bible, Odie. Look at that. Could be yours. The current bid's going to be at $30,000. It goes live auction on the 25th. If you just got to have Elvis's Bible, that's a pretty neat piece of memorabilia to own.
I think the Word of God is priceless.
It is.
But I just don't have that kind of money for a Bible.
I don't either. I can't even afford Trump's 500. So
yeah, Bob says title theft, and that is something that's going around. Is title theft? People stealing homes.
They sell those things for $19.95 a month. That this will not happen to you. People do that. Sign your name, and then one day you don't have a home.
Yeah,
I don't quite understand how you can get away with that.
It's the failure in the law to say, no, that's not going to happen. And if you as a lending did not cross your T's and dot your I's, you're the one out. You ought to be able to prove ownership.
Yeah, it looks like the current owner would have to be notified, but it does happen. This is a thing in America right now.
All right. Carrie, what is the new method of entering a birthday for the mug? We're still in the old method right now. I can't get nobody to bring the phone up here.
Yeah.
So if you've got a birthday or anniversary or something, throw it in the old comments right here, and we will get that on. And as soon as we get the new way, we'll make sure you.
And it is set up. It's just we hadn't started it. And
Our new way is still the old way.
Yeah. That'd be the new one over here hadn't started it. Rump row.
Of all the people that work here. Oh, wait a minute. You ain't got nobody that works here.
Don't make me spit my coffee out.
It's hard to get a little time.
Do extra things.
There's so much going on in Meridian, if you hadn't noticed.
I was out a little late last night. We'll tell you about a few of those activities. And I got something that I want to say next coming up. So make sure you join us here in just a moment. Just a warning of what happened to me yesterday. Me and Odie went somewhere yesterday and spoke. And then afterwards, I had something that had never happened in Meridian, Mississippi happen to me. And I want you to know about it so that you will be aware of this, because I got caught off guard. I mean, totally off guard, was not expecting it. And I want y'all to be aware of it because you probably have seen this in town. Don't let it happen to you. We'll talk about that next here with Scotty Ray and Odie. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Besadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Besadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and so select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. And again, we'll be giving this away at the top of the hour, right before we get out of here. If you'd like to have that, make sure to get your birthday or anniversary in. Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug we'll be giving away here in a little bit.
Yeah, Jacksonville, North Carolina in the house with us.
Well, good morning. Yeah. We hope y'all are doing fine. As I mentioned, Odie, in all my years in Meridian, Mississippi, I've never in my life had what happened yesterday to me. I was caught off guard. I wasn't ready for it. Let me paint a picture of where I was. Temple Theater. I think most of us know where that are in Meridian. The old gas station that sits across from it. I'd gotten about 5, 6, 7 emails and this, that, and the other, and I pulled over, and I was sitting in the truck, and I was going through them on my phone. And while I'm sitting here, you can still see things out of the corner of your eye if you're still working on something else. And I could see somebody walking up, and they sat down to the left of me in front of the old store. I'm still doing my stuff. I don't pay them any attention because I was deep in it. I even had somebody on the phone discussing an email with them on the phone. I noticed them approaching the window, and I reached over to roll it down like 99% of the time I do, and I stopped. And then that's about the time the person grabbed a piece of glass out of the broken gas pump there, and it was about yay long, a piece of glass that long and about yay wide, and started beating on the side of my window with the glass in the hand. Why I didn't cut them, I have no idea. At that point, I couldn't determine, because it happened so quick, if it was a man, woman, what it was. Mm-hmm. So I grabbed my equalizer, which I keep several of those handy at all given times. And then after focusing, I realized it was a woman. And so then it hits me, okay, they can't get in here because my window's not down, and it's not a hammer, it's not a large object that can bust the window. And continued to do this for probably 30, 35 seconds of just repeatedly with that glass on the window pane, and then backs up with the one tooth in their head yelling at me. And I don't know, I didn't understand the language. I have no clue. But it is that woman that walks around town that is humpback, that drags 2 or 3 bags of stuff around town. Now, here's the I needed a V8 moment. I'm in the media, and I didn't video that. I don't know what's wrong, but it totally caught, because I had somebody on the phone, and I was in the middle of something, and it just, like, this cannot be happening.
I can't believe
eases on, but I've never seen that woman be vicious before.
No, and seen her for years.
She didn't like the old Scotty Ray, that's for sure, if she knew who I was.
Yeah, she knew who you was. Even though she doesn't have a phone, she knew who you were.
Man alive.
And,
But,
and I
you know-
can't believe you didn't record it. I mean, we are the local news network, and you didn't record
didn't.
local news.
I called my wife and I said, "You can't believe what I just done." She said, "I knew you were a little slow." But again, took me by surprise. And that could have escalated into something a whole lot quicker, because if that had been somebody with a pipe, it would have ended there quickly. But thank heavens it didn't have to go any further than it did. But
And she just walked on off.
yeah,
And,
she went to the next gas station and threw empty bottles. And I just stared at her. I never made a move. I needed to make a move toward it. What is your problem?
but just kind of caught off guard, like, what?
I say all of this so y'all be careful on this. Because my first reaction was to roll down the window and see what she wanted. Had I done that, I'd have got something in my arm or neck or something else, because she wasn't backing down.
She was on a mission.
Yeah, that was a media blooper. I don't know how to explain that one. I had somebody, one of my reporters a few weeks ago, that was going to take a picture of somebody that was in the middle of the road with a knife. Who went? I said, I got a report of somebody here, and they went for me. And they get there, I don't see anybody, and then whoop, there they were in front of them with a knife, and they got spooked and couldn't take the picture. And so I got a phone call said, you know how I feel now? I said, yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't time to react. It didn't click with me. So scratch it all away. Just keep in mind, don't roll your window down until you're 125% sure what's going on there. I learned a lesson out of that, a big lesson.
Yeah.
And thankfully that stopped there.
Castle law does extend to your vehicle.
And again, if had it been,
You were prepared.
I was.
If needed to be.
Several ways. Because that was not going to break the window.
Carl said she was hollering, "Where's Odie?"
You owe her child support.
Oh man!
I honestly have, but it was loud. But I could not understand whatever it was she had to say, and she eventually went around the corner and threw a piece of metal back around the other building, and then she went off into the daylight, and she was gone there. But something else that went on yesterday, and Odie, I don't have a picture. We didn't take pictures, did we? We sure did not. And I didn't even think about that. Yet again.
I didn't either. I was worried about what you done thrown me in the middle of again.
It just hit me. I mean, just right now that we didn't even do an article about it, nor post the first picture. I apologize on this.
We'll have to call and get some pictures. I know they took some.
We want to say a big thank you to Poplar Springs Baptist Church for inviting us out and having us as guest speakers yesterday. Had a chance to give my testimony yesterday to the group, and boy, what a crowd, Odie.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. A lot of people, and there was quite a few that I knew, some that I grew up around. Very nice to be there in the presence of the Lord. I had some good music, and
yes, sir.
Got up and you said your piece, and which was awesome, and then just called me up and threw me in the middle of it. But I think I think everything went great. Had a great time out there.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having us.
We can't, things like that are always special to us, and we appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
One of the reporters there complaining about why I got on them about not videoing something, going, nanny, nanny, boo boo.
Oh, one of the 40,000. Oh, man.
Another big thing that happened last night, I had a chance to go out to the MSU Riley Center last night. This was going on, Project Inspire. Let me hit this button where you can see this. I actually took pictures. I remembered what I did for a living there for a moment there. As this group of young men here at this table are the first 5 to graduate, this is the inaugural class of what's going on with this. And if you haven't seen this program, they bring them in, they show them around, and they're mentors to them. Here's Mike. Mike Sterling done a fantastic job speaking. He's one of the guys that's kind of behind the scenes. And man, it was so good there as we look at this. And I hate everybody didn't get to come to this. Here's the big story of this. Oshner Rush does this. We have to say, Jason DeFato, he has really taken this on and ran with this.
That is something awesome that we needed in our community.
It is, and it goes above and beyond helping kids, and they'll still have a mentor with them. We want to say congratulations to Chuck Edwards, Carayon Gray, Antoine Pope, Joaquin Pope, and Roderick Wally being the first 5 to graduate from this. And they'll go on in society, and we wish them luck with everything. Everybody was real proud of them last night.
And that's something that's going to stick with them. And look, they're dressed nice.
And here's Jason. He was all up there speeching. He was giving it.
They are ready for the world. Congratulations to y'all. And I know it's not something that was real easy. Y'all had to work at it.
Yep. And there's their diplomas and plaques that they got for attending all that. We appreciate that. Again, it was a big deal. This is the first step of helping people. And a big thank you to all those involved, those volunteers that work those hours that no one knows about. Ooh, more coming up.
On behind closed doors.
It is. And please don't tell me. Okay, we'll be right back.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. As I was leaving that event, Odie, I was going down Highway 493 and I got a text message. I looked over and I could see it on my seat and it said, I think a robbery just happened. I went, oof. So I turned back around and I went back up North Hill Street. It was not a robbery. This would be first-class shoplifting. It was somewhere $500-600 worth of stuff stolen last night as we go here to North Hill Street. As you'll see the police parked there in front. Person ran out the door and into the darkness with whatever they took. I don't know what it was. It's not nice. It's not right. Wow. But it still happened last night. That was somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock that went on. No one hurt, but took something they shouldn't have been doing there. Another thing that was reported last night was someone said they were driving down 8th Street. And just to show you how things happen. You remember last week we talked about the person that was stabbed?
Yeah.
They go to the hospital and the police arrive and they go, I don't know how it happened. Yeah, I just accidentally fell on it.
It was there when I fell.
Someone reported last night that they saw a female getting hit by a male on 8th Street. The police would arrive, and of course, as usual, no, he wasn't doing anything. Something unique about this, though, if you've done something wrong and they run your driver's license, chances are you're going on down for what you've done before. Yeah. So he still got in trouble in the end. But she said it didn't happen, and you can't press charges on someone if you don't step up. And I say this because this is a serious thing in America. And I have no respect for no man that ever hits a woman, ever, whatsoever. But we all know that this goes on behind closed doors by people that you probably wouldn't ever imagined. Report it, and I understand you're scared. There's a lot of times it's, well, that's how I eat. That's how I survive, is this person. If I make them mad, I'll have nowhere to live. I won't be able to get by. Yeah. Your life is worth more than that. You have to take that first step. It's scary. I know that. I'm not in your shoes. But do something. Talk to somebody that can help you. Start making, if it's happened to you, start making plans of a way to get out of this relationship. Whatever's going on, it's just not worth it. I said my 2 cents about that, and I feel better about it. 725 with Scotty Ray and Odie. Something that is coming up that we wanted to share on this, Odie, also, is the Hazardous Waste Day. This is going to be the one for the City of Meridian.
Yes.
Let's zoom in on this. This is going to happen June 1st. Now, 2 locations, the Public Works Complex, and then again over at North Hill Shopping Center, where you can whoop in and kind of take care of all of that. There's a list of things, the aerosol cans, the paint thinners, used motor oil, tires. Go by and see them, drop all that off. Big turnout for the county a month or so ago back at the Ag Center.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great thing that comes around. Now, and as we did with the other that was at the Ag Center, that was for Lauderdale County residents outside the city.
Yeah.
And just to emphasize that this is for the City of Meridian residents.
Yeah.
So if you live in the county, your time is coming back around, but this time it's for those who live inside the city.
We got a benefit that you had that we hadn't mentioned?
We do, and we need to talk about this. Remember, Ski came in and talked about it last week, but Friday, the 24th, from 10:30 to 1:30, they're at Dumont Plaza. Go by. They've got the lunch plates for $5, either a hamburger or a hot dog, chips, drink, and a cookie. That's going for Alex Coleman benefit. It was a police officer and a deputy right here in Lauderdale County that is going through cancer, and this is to help him. So a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, help out with that. Me and Greg have joked about this kind of being a hero because we like to eat a lot. And this old boy's been on television eating a lot, and he got so good at eating, he got a TV show out of it. Y'all know this guy here? Again, this is from Daily Mail. What's his name?
Guy Ferrari.
Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
No, I hadn't.
I didn't know this, but he has gotten him, since he makes more money than you and I, a personal trainer that probably lives at his house and goes, you can't eat that, give that back.
Probably doesn't even eat his own hamburgers anymore.
Look at the difference.
He has slimmed down a little bit there, hadn't he?
He's lost about 30, 40 pounds, and he's trying to be GQ, I think.
Yeah, that means he's not eating his own food. It's all that means. And
yeah, because he goes to those diners, and man, it looked good.
You know, that's when Fridays we do this show and Greg's here. You know why he's in such a hurry to leave?
Lunch.
Because he's in between meals.
Bring back the grease.
So, not just one little hamburger. Got to have 3 on a big toothpick.
But, I mean, he really took a concept and it worked.
Well, it's on just about every Carnival cruise ship. There's Guy's Burgers.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's one of the first things we do when we get on there.
So he's doing quite well with that little company.
Oh, yeah. He ain't hurting.
I learn a little bit more every day.
Rusty said, do something with that hair. Him or mine?
That ying, what do you call that ying haircut? Look like you stuck your finger in it.
Yeah. Well, you know, Don King made a living at it.
He did.
You know, what happened to your hair? Well, I woke up one day like this, and it was a message from the Lord. So I left it.
He did.
And he left it.
Woo, boy, Don King. Scotty Ray and Odie,
man.
already 7:29. Going to be right back as we'll check your forecast, talk about that a second, and then also get into a little bit of this day in history. A few things going on today that, well, you ought to know. We'll be right back.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie, I was asking Odie, I'm not sure if everybody knows about this, but a Singapore flight hit major turbulence, injuring a lot of people and even one death, Odie.
It was, and to look at everything that goes on these airplanes, number one, the airplane took that turbulence and stayed together, so that's good. It was said that plane was actually pushed up 400 feet and then within a minute dropped another 400 feet. It was rough. You know, you can imagine being shot straight up and then coming right back down, and it's not.
And it threw
smooth.
people that wasn't expecting it.
Threw people around. For the most part, if you're in your seatbelt, you're going to be okay. But there was a lot of debris that was flying around inside there. So I don't know if the one who was injured and the one who lost their life, if it was a debris deal that hit them or if they were not in their seatbelt. Because these things happen, pretty quick.
Yeah.
And so don't know the whole situation on it, but thank goodness that the airplane was able to withstand that and it was able to safely land.
Now, I've only been in just a wee bit where it went like this for just a second and it was over. So I've never been in anything that really scared me to death over that.
I hadn't either. Been through it, but nothing real bad. They
Doc
said he
said-
had a heart
okay.
attack.
I can see how that could do that to you.
Yeah. But man, I tell you, it's definitely something. You're supposed to have your seatbelts on. I remember when, of course, now I hadn't flown much since the early 90s. And then we were still smoking. You had the little smoking section.
That went away.
That went away. And you got free roam. If you were in a big flight, you could unbuckle your seatbelt. You can
Go where
walk
you
back
want
and
it.
forth. You could do all that. Now I think they pretty much you can unbuckle, go to the bathroom.
That's
you got
about
to
it, isn't
Come
it?
back and buckle back down.
Yeah, times have changed everything to do with airplanes.
Yeah.
I remember seeing pictures to where there's lots of room. Now they try to, if there's a corner, it's going to be a seat in it.
Oh, yeah.
Things have changed a lot on that. As I mentioned, weather, we want to remind you that the Delta area this weekend, northwest Mississippi, is under severe weather threat here. This area all up here, this yellow, a level 2 today, level 3 back in Texas as we're looking at severe weather of what's happening around the nation today. And a little bit of severe weather threat tomorrow, again, a level 1 for the Delta area. Our area, East Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, is going to be sun shining and no problems whatsoever. All right, let's go back in time, Odie, and look at a few things.
Yeah.
She was his answer to political clout. Clout is what I'm trying to get out.
Yep.
He married her, done well for herself. He would pass first as we go back to Martha. Martha passed away on this date back in 1802. General George Washington's wife, of course, if you didn't happen to know who that was.
El Presidente.
Yeah, this guy, I think y'all all remember him. He's been in a bunch of movies and things. Paul Winfield, born on this date back in 1938. Nice guy, done some great acting there. Now,
Yes, he has.
let's see, Jerry Lee. It all happened today to where everybody found out, and the career went Mississippi. It was headed for stardom worldwide, and well, that's what happens when they find out you married your 13-year-old cousin. Things get kind of bad after that. Jerry Lee.
So Wendy done come on here and says the boss is here. Floyd needs a job. He's driving me crazy. He's done retired twice.
Trying to run him off again?
Yeah, she said, get him out of here.
Do something for him there.
Oh, man.
But that's the history of Jerry Lee, as we all remember. Myra.
Creepy, as Terry said. That's past creepy.
Yeah, that was in London, if I remember right, when they done the interview. Wasn't expecting what came after that. Anybody remember the group? They were here not long ago, and I was at the MSU Riley Center. This has been a few years ago, and I stared down at them and thought, well, if I know those guys. And then they opened their mouth, and then I go, oh, they're old. They're really old.
They done growed it up.
They look nothing like what I remembered. Remember Dana from Diamond Rio? He was born today, Dana Williams. But again,
Ain't quite the same.
No, there's nothing about them that looks like that. Marty, the lead singer, it was a geriatric moment. I'm like, whoa. That's when we
come out with walkers, isn't it?
They're endorsing walkers. But y'all know how this is. It's just like watching television. Our group that you've listened to for 20-something years, they're that way the last time you saw them.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see them at the Riley Center and you go, woof.
Except Keith Richards.
Yeah, and Willie.
And Willie.
They're both like petrified. They don't change.
No, they're still who they are. You know, they're going to outlive this new generation.
I think they will. 1966, your favorite TV show would end. And this is what is shocking about this. This ended in 66.
Before I was even here.
It is still big.
Yes.
Those people get really irritated when you mess with Perry Mason.
Yeah, I had to mention that yesterday, too.
Yep. But it was a great show. If you'll watch that and how everything's done in court now on some of these newer shows, it's totally different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Even with Matlock, everything's a little different.
It is.
Than what's going on. But, yeah, a show that ends before I was even born, you know, is one of my favorite shows,
and
which
still,
means I've never seen one that was new.
That's
it
true.
Was new to me, but
it's kind of like a car, like new to me.
Yeah. Probably none of them now. I've seen them, but
going to get you a car lot named after that, like new to you.
Like new to you.
1973, one of the biggest songs, all about a bank
songs.
teller.
I didn't know what you was talking about.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It was the songs or what?
Quit that. You go into the bank every day and you notice that with old bank tellers winking at your husband.
Yeah.
What do? Well, you go home and write a song about it, or at least this is what she did. And everybody knew about the bank teller after that because, well, everybody tries to record it. Dolly recorded Jolene. Don't take him just because you can. A woman's perspective there.
Yeah.
Her eyes were emerald green. Your hair is... Well, she painted her up good in that picture of what the old girl looked like.
What was the one that did they did this together? A duet.
You talking about old Molly?
No, she won that contest, and now she's got her own show on now. She lost a lot of weight here.
Oh, won the American Idol years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a talk show in the morning.
Yep, that's her.
Whatever her name is.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, her.
But yeah, she did a good Jolie.
I didn't know she ever did one. Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson, thank you.
Bob's like our encyclopedia.
Yeah. But he's faster than Uncle Google.
We do appreciate that. It didn't last long. You would have thought that it would have worked because Three's Company was so big. As Three's Company ends, they start a new show. Maybe it had to be the moo-moo. I do not like a moo-moo dress. Do you like a moo-moo? Me, if nobody's, we're just going to be honest with you. If you're a lady out there thinking about, I'm going to wear my moo-moo today. Men don't like it. Now, your reply to me is going to be, well, it's comfortable.
And I get that.
Yeah. But it's still a moo-moo.
But it's still a moo-moo.
It ain't attractive. And we're pretty sure that's what ruined the show.
Yeah.
The Ropers. It ended in 1980 today. It didn't last very long at all because of the moo-moo.
Because of the moo-moo. Too much moo-moo. We got a lot of people who just knew that right off.
Ooh. Yeah, they did. Kelly Clarkson.
Clarkson. Yeah.
She seems to be a really good person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people think that we didn't know who it was. They don't understand that what we do is trying to help them exercise their brain.
Yeah, keep telling that.
Well, it sounded good.
It did sound good. We knew, we just didn't know.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
See, the only reason they knew is because of the
The clues?
The clues that we gave.
There you go, Uncle Odie there, putting it out there for you there. I had really forgotten about this movie altogether. Anybody remember this old guy there, Richard Pryor? Y'all remember him? It would be 1981. This was during Silver Streak and a lot of funny movies. But this would come out today. It premiered in theaters. Bustin' Loose. Him and the
Grease
Scuba.
Lightning.
Yeah, he done a lot there.
You remember the toy?
Yes. Brewster's Million.
Brewster's Million. He's done a lot, and he is funny. He is funny. Richard Pryor is one of the funniest people out there.
But that Brewster's Million, that concept of you got to spend this amount and you can't tell anybody to get this bigger amount.
Yeah.
Pretty good little concept.
It was neat, and you cannot tell nobody, and you can't give it all away at once.
The stamp was a good one where he paid all that money for that one stamp, mailed it.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway, back to 1982 we go. It would be number one for about 2 weeks there, just to satisfy you, as Waylon and Willie claimed the charts there. And there's Willie still looking just like he did in 82. Still petrified.
Yeah, he hadn't changed a bit.
We go to 1984. This was one beautiful lady that graced television.
Yes, she was.
Anybody remember Heart to Heart? It ended today. Her and Jonathan had to pack up Max and, move on down the road. And Freeway.
He played a detective solving murders.
Running his own business.
Well, but remember, he was involved in one.
Yes, he was. Real life.
In real life.
With Christopher Walken.
That's
Can
right.
you do the Christopher Walken voice?
I used to could a little bit.
Because, he pauses.
He does.
And if you've never... Christopher Walken, of course, he's famous for cowbell. We need more cowbell.
Joe Dirt.
Yeah, but if you go back and remember The Dead Zone, if you've never watched that movie, have you ever seen it?
I've seen it. It's been a while.
So what would you do? This is the question of the whole movie there. If you knew the future and you knew somebody was bad and you could handle the situation, although it meant you getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And he did. He took the leap. 1985, as we move forward, it would be another one of those Bond movies that premiered today, A View to Kill. Y'all remember that one? Roger Moore.
I remember that one. And
Now, I'm not a big Bond movie goer. I mean, they're okay, but I'm not going to, get out of bed to go stand in line to watch one.
Well, look what comes up.
I didn't even realize it. This happened on also a couple of years, a year later.
Yeah.
Brewster's Millions. I'd forgotten about John Candy being in that.
Yeah, he's the one that had to spend all the money.
Wow.
It was his uncle or something like that.
This was just as good as a matter of fact, it was tweaked and became a little bit better as First Blood Part 2 came out, 1985. Anybody remember watching that one?
Man.
We all liked us some Rambo was the character, the underdog that you rooted for the entire way.
Yes, he was.
An American hero that gave all for his country.
And him and during that time, him and Arnold Schwarzenegger was, head to head, who could be the biggest, the baddest, and the most popular. Yeah. And that's why these shows were coming out like they were, because they were actually going after each other.
Rambo won, right?
I believe he did. Arnold did a documentary not too long ago, and Netflix has got it, and it's pretty good. It goes over everything he's done and what he's done throughout his life. It's pretty cool.
1992, a legend would make his last appearance. Everybody remember watching this guy? Johnny Carson. And for those of you who are watching and have no idea, go back and watch a rerun somewhere on YouTube. The guy was good.
I'm thinking of, what was the genie's name? No, not the genie.
I Dream of Genie?
No.
His genie. Yeah, Carney, the Great, something magnificent.
Yeah, yeah.
Something the magnificent.
All right, Bob.
Because he would sit and think.
Yeah, and he would give the answer and then open the envelope and read the question.
It was good.
It was good.
I liked it. It'll come to us in
Carmack. See when you, Bob, would know it.
If you ever watched, what was the show, The Big Bang Theory?
Oh, I watched it the other day.
Did you realize this was the same person? I didn't know this for years. Mm-hmm. I had no idea that Blossom, this little girl right here, was the little nerdy girl that was on there that married Sheldon.
The nerdy guy, Sheldon. And you know,
I didn't know that.
and you know, she's got a doctorate in that kind of nerd stuff.
Like nerdology? Like a doctorate degree?
Yeah. Like that whatever physicist or something.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
She's got that. You know, now she was also on Jeopardy.
How'd she do?
She did good enough that they brought her back to stand in as a host.
You're right. You're right. She did. She was the number 2 choice there.
Yeah, she was smart. Still is, I reckon.
1987, one of our heroes, George Strait, would have a big song today, released it. Carrying Your Love With Me. Anybody remember that? George Strait, the man among men. They call him
George.
King George is what they call him. He's good at what he does. Never changed.
He is. Yeah.
Whatsoever. You forget about this show sometimes. 1999.
Yeah.
Tim the Tool time. That was them back in the day there. Home Sweet Home.
That is a while back, isn't it?
That's 25 years ago.
Man.
What happened? Seems like I was standing in Meridian downtown and we were waiting for the computers to quit.
Yeah.
Y2K.
Y2K.
Everybody made a lot of money except me and you on that. Now.
She's a neuroscientist. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's smart.
And of course, you can't forget Al, who was also on Tim the Tool. Al really...
He was the safety man.
It really worked well, those two together. I liked Al. We go back to one of the funniest shows that was ever on television. Rollo, the gang, the entire bunch of them. Who remembers this guy?
Oh, man, poor, I don't know how he lived with old Esther. Grady.
Fred always just painted a picture that just couldn't be beat. Liked it. Sanford and Son, one of the best shows that was ever out there. This was fairly funny.
It was.
I didn't realize it was 01 that it ended, and I can't.
Wow.
What's his name? I'm going to show the picture. Do you remember? I caught you, didn't I? Because I don't know it either. Third Rock from the Sun.
I know it, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of things, but I can't remember it. And that's Newman there from, whatchamacallit?
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wow, how time flies away there. That good show there. Third Rock from the Sun. We go back to 2000.
John Lithgow.
Is that his name? John Lithgow. Stella, you go ahead. Look at the corner all over there.
Look what we got up in the house. Coming in here smart and stuff.
She's quick.
Yeah.
04, anybody, and this was cute, Mayberry. They wrote a song about it on this year. 04, as we go back for Rascal Flatts. I miss Mayberry sitting on the front porch drinking iced tea.
Yeah.
Pretty good little song there. Let's see what else happened. This, you're not going to know his name, but you would know they're...
Oh, they're great.
What are we talking about?
Oh, man. Tony the Tiger.
The voice of Tony passed away on this day in 05. And he also, I didn't know this, done that "You're a Mean Grinch."
Oh, yeah.
Remember that line there?
You're a mean one,
Mr. Grinch. That was him. He looks nothing like Tony, does he?
No. No stripes, no nothing.
I can remember bumping into the guy that done the voice of Scooby-Doo.
Hmm?
When, that's been... And he done that all night. And I'm like, stop that. Sitting next to him doesn't pay off.
It doesn't make it easy, huh?
A few things that happened on this day. I hope it brought back a memory or two for you. We got much more to talk about. Scotty Ray and Odie will be right back after this.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler? Or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles. A GMC Denali. Or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Fancy Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Squealer's kind of similar there to Cheers because they do know your name. Tell you somebody else that does, if you need some paint work done, don't forget if you have an accident, a little fender bender, whatever it is, Chet's Paint and Body, the guys will take care of you there. 9888 Highway 495. Give Chet's team a chance to earn your business, a handshake. That's what it's all about. They take care of you in your time of, well, confusion, I think is the word for that, when you don't have your automobile.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the insurance. Take it to him. Let them worry about it because they'll talk to your insurance. They'll get everything lined up. They'll do all the hard work. And all you've got to do, when he calls you, you come pick up your car, and it's going to look just like it did when it come off the showroom floor.
That's right. There was a report of a car driving kind of recklessly with a couple of people arguing yesterday.
Uh-oh.
It eventually got off, and, well, they got out of the car and continued to argue, which brought about these folks right here to come investigate.
We'll just continue this in the street.
Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department left with one extra person in the car. We'll word it that way. Don't be arguing.
Just come with us.
We'll work this out later. Boy, over in Marion, what a day it was. We had a Buick in the ditch.
Uh-oh, not a Burt.
Yeah, Buick was in the ditch as we go there, right across from Subway. And this happens more times than you realize. And don't make fun of nobody because it could happen to you. You're paying attention and you turn too sharp and flop.
Or it could have been you were eating a chicken leg when you turned down to the...
Next thing you know, your car's upside down. Go, I want to buy a piece of chicken.
I just wanted this chicken leg.
I'll never forget that.
He won't either.
That man was funny. He was really, really funny.
I mean, you have to make it laugh so you can make it through without crying.
He said, I got to call my mom. I done wrecked her truck. Oh, have mercy there.
Bring her some chicken.
Do you remember the guy? And again, we always say practice gun safety. Know what you're doing. If you're on a security detail, know what you do. Training. This was down in Laurel. What was this, a year or so ago?
Yeah.
A man was working security at a church, got into an argument with somebody, shots were fired, and the man died. Ended up, the man who got shot had bullet holes in his back. Do y'all remember this coming up? He was a former Jones County Reserve deputy. He has pled guilty to second-degree murder in the shooting death of a man at the church. The Laurel Call leader says George Ryan Walters, 44, has been sentenced to 10 years in custody at MDOC and ordered to serve 10 years on post-release supervision and pay court fees and fining. That's what become of that. A very serious penalty. You just can't do something like that without warrant.
No, you can't. And you cannot, no matter what, you cannot shoot anyone in the back. And you don't have to at all in Mississippi. You can carry that gun. But let me tell you, go to these classes and really learn what you can and you can't do. You can't take back what you just did if you use a gun.
That's right.
And if you use it wrong, you can be in more trouble.
And we've heard this.
That your vehicle is part of your home, and you have the right to protect your home. You have a right to protect you. You have a right to protect other human beings.
That's correct.
But there's ways you go about doing it and some things that you can and you can't do. And if you don't know, ignorance is not
an excuse of the law.
Excuse of the law.
And they will tell you that.
You better find out.
Now, here's totally opposite of that. Jackson, Mississippi, as we look at this headline this morning, as someone is stealing their car in the front yard of their home. They go out to stop them. They get shot in the stomach, Odie.
Wow.
By a carjacker. Car thief, carjacker, however you want to word that.
Yeah. Sorry person.
Yeah, that's another way to put that. So many things go on. Be educated with what you can and what you can't do.
You better make sure you can live with your actions, too. You take another life.
Yes.
You better be able to justify with your own noggin and our own creator why you took that.
I've never thought about this at all until I read the headline of Jackson, Mississippi, my friend that's over there that handles things that I sometimes get to across the state, Dark Horse, as they had a supervisor from Hinds County get thrown out of the supervisor meeting because he had a gun. I guess it must be something you can't carry into that courthouse. Does that happen? Does that happen? We have to go through detectors here, don't you? To enter? Okay.
Well, now the courthouse, yes.
Isn't that normally where all the meetings and stuff are?
Yeah.
So I guess that's how this happened.
Well, we have a boardroom for all the meetings, but if he's in a courtroom,
I'm not sure where their meetings are, but
if it was in their board meeting, no, I mean, unless they have something that says you cannot.
And apparently they do. He wouldn't have got expelled had it not been. But
good for the goose, good for the gander. If you say no, that means no.
Yeah, that one shocked me there. So that's going on in the state of Mississippi. And sad news as we look at this, we had a Mississippi high school graduate just days, Odie, before graduating, was killed in a accident involving a motorcycle. That was down in Biloxi. We passed condolences to family and friends on this. That's just awful. I always cringe every time I hear the word there's been an accident with a motorcycle involved because it normally is not good. We have had some gracious things that happened where no injuries were reported, but it's still scary there.
It is. It really is.
Now, did we bring this up? I know we teased it one day, but did we ever talk about what happened?
No, we
the pizza.
They went to court.
Right. Now
I think waiting on the
we got it. We got the verdict.
Okay.
If we remember, Nancy Pelosi's husband, who got scared when the man showed up with the pizza, who got past tons and tons of security and cameras, got in the house in his underwear. They were actually both in their underwear.
Yeah.
And he come at him with a hammer.
Nobody knew this guy had come through the front gate.
Didn't see him.
Maybe he had been there for a couple days.
Yeah, we don't know all the answers. We just know he got by. He gets 30 years in prison for swinging a hammer at old Paul there. Just thought you might want to. Here's the suspect right here. David Pipe.
More to the story.
Yes, there's more to that story than the American public will ever know. But 30 years.
Because they turned around and says, "Hey, look, we'll pay you. Keep your mouth shut."
Yeah.
And you just, whatever happens, you go. Laura says, money talks.
He does. 30 years, though.
Yeah.
But I will still go, this is just me. No, I'm not trying to put a conspiracy theory out there, but we go back to September 11th, 01. That final plane that went down in that field.
Oh, man.
I still say that there was more to that story than the American public will ever know. My 2 cents, passengers could have taken the airplane down.
Could have.
My theory is a different theory than that. We'll leave it at that. The election is coming in November. Y'all get ready. Before long, campaign ads will start flying left and right nationwide as we get near campaign season for the presidential election. It's coming there.
Oh, it is. We're getting close, and now the Trump trial is pretty much through.
Yeah. Verdict is next.
Yeah, coming possibly by next Wednesday. They've got to now figure out how to tell the jury what the law is. And like they said, number one, you're trying to get me because I overvalued, in your eyes, the property that I have that I gave to the bank. If you're the bank and I'm the property owner and I tell you my property is worth this and I want X amount of dollars for it.
And they go, okay.
You do your due diligence And you say, yeah, it is worth that.
Because in everything I've ever borrowed money, they come do an assessment.
You dang right.
They've come to my house, looked at it, and they go, okay, we're willing to go this amount on this for you to
That's
borrow
it.
this much money.
We'll get that out of there. We're good with that's between me and you.
The lender.
That's between Trump and the bank. Nobody else. And like the bank said, we've never had to worry about nothing. And then it comes down to it where they were telling the judge, however y'all brought this up in court, the thing about it is, hush money is not illegal.
No, you can pay somebody and do up a legal document.
Kind of like with a hammer in the pizza box. But it's not illegal. So what y'all done is destroyed your own party.
It's
and,
something.
Are we still going to be able to vote for him? You dang right we're going to vote for him.
They all of those throughout the United States, they were trying to get him taken off the ballot, didn't work. All of that mostly went away. I don't know any. It could be one or two that's still trying it, but for the most part, that did go away. What will happen is going to be a big showdown. No matter what side of the fence you're on, if you're a Democrat watching us or a Republican, and then what comes into play is that third party independent. Where will they go? What will be decided on this? November. I almost hear it in the back of my head. Let's get ready to rumble.
Well, that's about what it's going to be.
It's coming.
I mean, now he's wanting on the stage with Biden and Trump when it comes to
Debates.
the debate.
We'll see.
And if they let all three of them on there, I still think that Trump's going.
I think so too.
As long as Trump will be quiet.
He does not need to interrupt at all. Odie, we need to give away a coffee mug, so we need to.
We already
need
at
to
that
bring
point,
some coffee names up.
Yeah, we need to get this going. So we've got us a little list for today. So far, we've got Casey Brown celebrating a birthday along with Ann Winnington.
We'll go Ann.
Yesterday we missed it, and I see why. He wasn't gonna tell us, but we're going to let everybody know that Captain Eric Termite Hardy had a birthday yesterday with Meridian Fire Department.
There you go.
We've got Chris and Sherby Gully celebrating 25 years.
Preacher man.
Yeah. Ricky Robinson's having a birthday. Gary Driscoll, 67 years young. Barbara Conninghagen is 78 years young. We got John and Sean Hill had a birthday yesterday. Eric and Rhonda Scarborough celebrating 20 years together. And Landon,
remind them.
Landon Shelby.
They still got life to go.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot to tell them.
You could have gotten
You ain't getting out of that.
But you're there now.
You done 20.
And Landon Shelby's 12 years old today. So let's get that button, and we'll hit the settings, and we'll go up here, and we'll make that notion. We'll save it. We'll go back. We'll hit this button.
Step-by-step plays.
Go. Dun, 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 dun. And Barbara Cottingham is 78 years old and winner of the Scotty Ray Report Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug. All you got to do is go buy Hyundai of Meridian and pick that up, and there you'll be.
Yeah, congratulations to it. We had a Texas woman get kind of bent out of shape because, well, they left her hash browns out of her McDonald's meal. So she made a loop around it and, well, done a drive-by.
She called 911.
Yeah, with a ting, 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 and she's been arrested. The things that make people mad just totally shocks me. There you go. All right, as we head out today, something that's very near and dear to us, as we always bring up, is a Bible verse. And it's time that we bring that up and let Odie give us one as we begin this day. What do you got for us today, Odie?
Yeah, so today we're going to go to 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 2. There is no one holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. There's only one God. There's only Jesus Christ and his way to get to God. He was sent here to die for us, and he did. He's written a book with a lot of help that talks about how we're to live this life and live it through our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's the only way to get there. There's no others. Many people want to talk about the feel good. We even talked about this the other day. The feel good preaching. To try and change the Word of God to fit everyone's needs. Well, you can't change the Word of God.
Nope.
He's given us the opportunity to make our own decisions so we can live peacefully with Him. We enjoyed being here with y'all today. We'll be back in about 23 hours, bringing in a Thursday. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Remember, we love you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.